Hello everyone, my name is Mኢና Cohen. I'm the Music Therapy Education Lead at Trustbridge. We're a hospice organization in South Florida. This is my first time using this, and I'm trying to use it on my cell phone, so I'm just going to get it all situated here. I want to thank Kat Fulton and MἱHAEL Ortiz and the Professional Success for Music Therapy Facebook page for allowing me to be here and tell you a little bit about our music therapy internship here at Trustbridge. Before I talk about the internship, I just want to talk about what Trustbridge is as a whole. We're a conglomerate of several hospice organizations, and since 1978, we have served over 200,000 patients and their families in the South Florida area, which includes West Palm Beach and Broward County. Our hospice care that we provide has been recognized nationally and has earned a Joint Commission quality seal of approvals for both counties. Thankful to our foundation, we are able to have one of the largest music therapy programs in the nation. We have 8 full-time board-certified music therapists that are serving patients and families in the field, wherever home may be. That can include their standalone home, assisted living facilities, independent living facilities, skilled nursing facilities, or one of our 7 care centers, which is like a hospital setting to provide round-the-clock care for patients and families during arguably the most difficult times and to help with symptom management. So a little bit about our internship program. Our internship program is funded by the Addison Hines Charitable Trust and our foundation here at Trustbridge. We allow 6 music therapy interns a year. We have start dates currently in February, June, and October. Starting 2020, our February start date will move to January, which will align a little bit better with the school calendar. We offer a $6,000 stipend and mileage reimbursement because of the driving that one would do in a hospice internship. So we do that, ask our interns to have reliable transportation, and we are able to generously provide that mileage reimbursement as well. In addition to working with a large team of music therapists, our music therapy interns get to collaborate with the interdisciplinary group, which includes physicians, nurses, aides, social workers, chaplains, and volunteers. Something that's really special about our internship is, in addition to the supervision that our interns receive from myself, their field supervisor, and monthly supervisors that they're assigned for months 2, 3, and 4 and other parts of the internship, they get to work closely along with these disciplines to address the needs of our patients and families as a whole and work collectively in that team. I think one of the best things about Trustbridge as an organization is not only what I mentioned before, but just the people of the organization. We have 1,300 employees, and we're serving a slightly larger census of patients, about 1,800. So we're really able to meet the needs of our patients and families in the hospice setting. So a little bit more about what we offer our interns. In addition to the stipend and the mileage reimbursement that I mentioned, we do offer them uniforms. I'm wearing the polo right now, but there are more options for that. We offer them a badge to get access to our buildings and care centers and also identify who they are. We offer a technology to complete our medical records documentation, which is completed in real time. In addition, that cell phone / tablet, we do complete our medical record system documentation on that, but we also communicate heavily by phone and email as well. And so it's really nice to have that because we can keep in contact with who we need to on the team or with patients and families right then and there. What's really special about our documentation system being on our phone too is we can access medical records in real time. So before we're able to walk into a patient's home, we can see, oh, the nurse was just there. What might be going on with that patient or family? Or, oh, this is what the social worker found. So it gives us a little bit of a heads up when we're walking into our patient or family's home or room of what they might be going through during that time before we are able to go in and help them. In addition to the uniforms and the technology provided, later on in this video, I'll show you a little tour of our supply closet, which we also provide guitars, gig bags, which you'll notice have our Trustbridge logo on them. Also carts, portable carts with our Trustbridge logo. I moved my computer earlier, so I just dropped my phone. But those carts are great for infection control, and they're also very ergonomic. So it's that way you're not lugging a bunch of stuff around on your back. As you can see, we're a very supported department by our marketing department. They're able to put the logos on our materials. You'll also find that in addition to just being a large music therapy organization, that we're supported across multiple departments, not just marketing, but the interdisciplinary group and the physician groups. And just everywhere in the organization, music therapy is really recognized. And I think that's because we are so effective in what we do and so supported by our foundation and leadership. And also just the day-to-day staff are seeing the impacts that we have on the lives of our patients and families. Because of this, we're a very valued member of the team, and we treat our interns the same. Our interns are also integrated into our music therapy team and the interdisciplinary team. So something that we really enjoy having interns for is they bring about new ideas, and they help us grow and develop as an organization and as individuals in that organization to help our patients and families. Some other teaching tools that we provide in the internship, which I'll give a tour of later, is our simulation lab. We have one of the only simulation labs, simulation rooms that a hospice has in-house in the country. So I'll give a tour of that a little bit later on too. In addition to some of the supplies that we do offer with guitars and gig bags, we also offer various drums. We have a large amount of sheet music available both online on our network drive or for interns to copy as well, if they're iPad users or if they prefer to use a binder. I'm trying to think of some other things I'm leaving out because there's so many wonderful things in this internship before I go into a little bit of the curriculum that I want to talk about. And I think I'll probably go on to the curriculum to just talk about a little bit more, because then more and more details will pop up there. One thing with our internship, it is a 6-month internship. That comes out to 27 weeks because we do account for time off during the internship as well. So that is something that I like to give a heads up when our interns are planning living arrangements, is to account for that 27 weeks. We do offer a monthly check-in. So most internship sites will do a midterm and a final evaluation, which is an AMTA requirement, but we also do monthly check-ins to make sure the intern is progressing and reaching benchmarks, AMTA expected benchmarks, but also just that they're growing in the ways that they wanted to as well. No intern is the same, so we individualize the learning plan for each intern as they come in, find out how they learn best, and then we integrate that into our already established curriculum. So with our curriculum being a month-to-month curriculum, the first month typically is your orientation month. So you would be greeted by myself and you would have a schedule outlined for your whole month, hour by hour, exactly where you're going to be and where you're going to go, because it's overwhelming to come to a new city and a new internship site and not know where you're supposed to go, especially an organization that might have multiple sites and multiple people to visit. Trustbridge is a large organization. We have 7 offices, so we provide all that information, so we're very clear and transparent with our interns on where they're going to be, who they'll be with, and what to expect from day one throughout the rest of the internship. In that first month, they do ride-alongs with our music therapist and other disciplines. They go through extensive training in our Knowledge Center to learn more about Trustbridge as an organization and learn about working with patients and families and their loved ones in hospice. They also get additional training through online course modules teaching grief support and other techniques that will be used throughout their internship. Something that's really special about our internship site to tag along with the grief support is music therapy is under an umbrella called Alicia, which is also closely coordinated with bereavement. And we do offer 4 bereavement camps a year, which our music therapists and music therapy interns can take a part in working with children who have lost a loved one or adults in the community who have lost a loved one on our services or off our services. And it's a great opportunity to use music therapy outside of the one-on-one hospice setting. Going back to the curriculum, some other things that we provide our interns, in addition to readings and assignments, are learning expectations for music, which is extremely important in the hospice setting, as to have a large repertoire, since anyone can be on hospice. But we also provide opportunities to work on music skills through our weekly music workshops. One thing that we've identified is a lot of students come in wishing to develop their guitar skills. I have my master's in classical guitar performance, so I take great joy in our music workshops to help interns learn how to read music on the guitar. Oftentimes they may come with a foundation of guitar chords and bar chords and how to read that and transpose, but we like to take it a step further to help students in their internship and utilize skills outside. But we also can individualize those music workshops to work with interns who might want to work on vocal skills or piano skills as well. In addition to some of the learning opportunities in the music workshops, with having a large music therapy program, we offer 4 CMTEs a year, which our music therapy interns can take part of, but they cannot receive CMTE credit, but they can certainly learn from observing the CMTEs. We've done one on documentation in the hospice setting, for guitar skills, for self-care, utilization of counseling techniques, which we actually used in our sim lab, and many others. We have one coming up on utilizing heartbeat recordings for legacy projects, songwriting and grief work in hospice, and also music therapy and drumming in the hospice setting. So, in addition, I left off of month 1 and I talked about some of the other educational opportunities throughout the internship, but months 2 through 4, our interns will have the opportunity to work with a monthly supervisor who they're assigned to for 1 half day of the week. Throughout their internship, they'll have a half day or full day a week to ride along with a field supervisor that they're assigned to, and then they'll meet with myself at least an hour a week or spend several hours in the field seeing patients and their families. So there is a lot of opportunity for supervision in the internship. We can also provide, we can add more hours of supervision if that's what the intern desires. But there's also a lot of opportunity for autonomy as it goes on, because you're making that transition from being a student to being a professional. So we grant that independence to our interns as they manage their own caseload, work with their own team, and build the relationship with their own care center and patient unit at which they're assigned to. So it's a really great opportunity for our interns to grow and develop those independent skills, and also experiment with style to really determine what is going to work best with them for the rest of their music therapy career. In addition to readings, our interns do a case study, which is like a research presentation where they may collect data, which can help prepare them to add to the growing field of music therapy research. And we also work with our interns to help that transition from the education setting, internship, to professional setting with resume development, mock interviews, and also I see Kat Fulton said hi Kat. And so resume development, mock interviews, and also practicing for CBMT exam preparation, which can help that immediate transition after internship. So now what I want to do is I want to answer a couple questions that Kat gave me. So what exactly do we look for in a candidate? And I think the one thing that I look for the most in a candidate is that passion. And fortunately for most students in a music therapy program, that passion to help others, to utilize skilled music therapy interventions, to help others through whatever they may need help with, that passion comes through in a lot of students. But specifically what we might look for is passion to work in the hospice setting. So what can a candidate do? They can do their research about the hospice setting if they don't have the opportunity to do practicum in the hospice setting. They can do research about Trustbridge as an organization, because we are really special as an organization, not only with the number of opportunities that we provide our interns, but also for what we can provide our patients and families. We're one of 4% of hospices that are open access, which means because of our foundation, we're able to provide treatments and care to patients who might not be able to receive certain treatments under the hospice Medicare benefit, or who might need to be admitted to palliative care and hospice earlier before they can be treated under that hospice Medicare benefit. So it's really exciting because we're a forward-thinking organization, and for our interns to be able to do their research and to learn more about us and to really want that comes through in an interview. So that passion is the thing that we look for. So what's a typical day in a life of an intern? As I mentioned, with the first month, we have the intern's schedule plotted out exactly where they need to be, and oftentimes that first month is several days of ride-alongs and observation, where they would get the opportunity to observe. If they feel comfortable, they could start co-leading at that point in time, but then they also have a lot of opportunities to complete their education requirements in reading, and also have some time to practice and start developing their repertoire in that first month. With the second month, that is when we start to establish a regular weekly schedule, which would include that half to full day of supervision with their field supervisor, a half day of supervision with the monthly mentor, and then managing their own independent caseload. So we start to provide that autonomy if they wish and they feel ready for that, with providing them the opportunity to have office/field time. We give them the skills to manage their own caseload and have an organized system for when they need to see patients that might be due based on a scope and frequency, and allowing them to schedule out patients throughout their day. So they're not driving all around the county, but they might designate Monday being their day in Boynton Beach, so they see patients in Boynton Beach. As the internship progresses, more and more independence and autonomy is provided. So the intern would have more of a schedule of 8:30 to 5 being office/field time. I also forgot to mention that typically a half day included in that week consists of going to the interdisciplinary group meeting, which is a really fun opportunity to coordinate with the other staff, which includes doctors, nurses, CNAs, social workers, chaplains, and volunteers and bereavement counselors. So the IDG meetings are mandated by Medicare, to where we all come together and we talk about patients' needs and plans of care to address those patient needs, and the patient's terminal trajectory as well. So they would spend a half day typically also in this interdisciplinary group meetings. Typically once a month, our interns also take part in our music therapy staff meetings, where we all come together and talk about changes in the organization and just connect with everyone in the music therapy department. And we also have once a month clinical meetings, which are really exciting because they're sort of like a music therapy roundtable. So having 8 full-time music therapists and up to 4 interns at a time, with groups of 2 in the different cohorts overlapping, we can bounce off a lot of ideas for challenging clinical situations that may arise. So I see a couple people watching and little hearts flying up. So this is really neat. I've never done Facebook Live, but anywho, I got sidetracked. But that would be what a typical day in the life of our interns, or a typical week in the life of our interns would be, is that balance between supervision but also having that autonomy, and first and foremost addressing those patient and family needs. So now I'm going to show off our workspace and a little bit of any staff that I can find around the office. And I'm at the end of this, or afterwards, I'll post my contact information and information on how to apply for the internship. Just a little bit about the application. If you wish to apply, the application can be completed online, or it can be completed through a printable PDF and mailed. I ask, if you apply, just shoot me an email or give me a call just to let me know if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help through that application process, because I remember applying for internships and that was quite a process. So this is my office. Here's a couple of our posters. This was a research study that we did at Trustbridge, measuring the use of the isorhythmic principle for effectiveness in agitation. We found statistically significant findings in the use of the ISO principle reducing agitation in our patients. And this was actually published in the Hospice Journal of Palliative Medicine, which is really exciting for music therapy as a practice and just for us as an organization that we're able to get into a reputable journal. So, right now I'm at the CDF, which is our Central Distribution Facility. Blanca, do you mind being on Facebook? If you don't want to, that's okay. I'm just doing a walkthrough. This is Blanca. She is what keeps us going. She helps us assign our visits and more than that. Sorry about that. This is our music therapy supply closet. So I'll talk a little bit about CDF after I give a quick tour of this, but here's all our drums. We offer carts. We have guitars. And these are just our guitars here. Everybody has guitars that are checked out right now. We have full-size weighted keyboards, a sound system, a Bose sound system, which we utilize for celebrations of life. Hi, Allie. Hi, Sarah. And we have a ton of sheet music as well, too. We also have a lot of sheet music on our drive. Thank you, Dee. So our nurse educator, Dee, just let me know that our sim lab is open right now. So this is one of the only hospice simulation labs in the country. Hey, Cece, you mind if I pop in really quick? So this is our sim lab classroom. And our sim lab is a safe space training area where our clinicians can practice their clinical skills. So I want to show you. We have what is set up like a patient room. We also have a recording booth as well. So what's really exciting about this is our music therapists have worked in the sim lab to practice their counseling skills for our counseling CMTE. We open this up to our interns. Our nurse education staff is very on board with helping us and our interns with any clinical skills as well. So this is the opportunity for our interns to practice utilizing skills for patient pain management. And these are simulators, so they're actually able to replicate breathing patterns that one might find in the hospice setting. They're able to talk through the recording booths, which I mentioned right here. So it's a really, really exciting educational opportunity for our interns and staff because they can practice in a safe space. Our clinicians will use this space to practice dressing changes for nurses, to practice taking pulses or administering medication as well. Whoops. You okay, Blanca? Yes. Okay. So I mentioned that this is part of our central distribution facility. What's really exciting about Trustbridge as an organization is that we're able to in-house provide our own DME, durable medical equipment, and we have our own pharmacy too as well to address the needs of our patients and families as well. So that's all part of the central distribution facility. And we also have 7 other offices in West Palm Beach and Broward County, and 7 care centers, which I mentioned are like those hospital-like settings where we can provide around-the-clock care for our patients and families. Our interns do work the hours between 8:30 and 5, Monday through Friday, and that is what is expected of the internship. There are opportunities for funerals or memorial services too as they come up, and that's something if the intern gets asked to do and they're willing to do it, then we can allow them to flex that time. So it's a 40-hour work week, which helps transition from that educational setting where you might have early morning classes and late classes to that 8:30 to 5 schedule. So once again, my name's Mኢና EEL Cohen. I'm the Music Therapy Education Lead, and I want to thank you all for your time, and thanks Kat Fulton and MἱHAEL Ortiz and the Facebook page Professional Success with Music Therapy Education for having me. And if you have any questions, I'll provide my email in the comments section, and I'll also provide the website of how to apply. So I look forward to hearing from you all, and thank you and have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye-bye.